everyone, Christy Calcagno here. Just going to be breaking down what happened at today's first hearing in the Alex Murdaugh retrial. Now, this was mostly a status hearing, but we did learn a lot. The biggest headline from this hearing was that the judge, Deborah McCaslin, is now aiming for an April 5th as a tentative trial date, and she made it very clear that she wants this case moving forward.
Regardless of whether they have every expert they want exactly, I mean, Judge McCaslin is very firm. She's making it very clear. This is your date, unless there's some crazy curveball. I don't want to hear any excuses or motions for continuance.
Now, while the defense says that they do need more time, possibly even up to a year, the court is still signaling that this case is not going to sit still. But there was another big issue at hand. It was about expert readiness. The state says they're ready to go, but the defense says they need a little bit more time, especially when it comes to DNA testing.
DNA, when we are told, may take up to 6 months. It is unlike what's been represented by the state.
That's why the defense is going to be using and wants to use the same kind of advanced technology and genealogy that was actually used in the Idaho murders case.
Specifically, it looks like the DNA is the big question mark. You know, get it to this lab. You know, how long is it going to take to rush the type of testing they want, which apparently is genealogy testing, which was done in the Koberger case, which was fascinating at the time. So lots to think about on the next pretrial motion.
The Shealey brothers also said a lot of the usual experts could be ready by April, but this outside lab work could possibly take months, and that it could become one of the biggest issues in this retrial. We also heard today about the defense wanting to review the OnStar data and other evidence, all while continuing to raise questions about everything that was fully analyzed in the first time around. Then there were also a couple of issues about how Murdaugh could be reviewing the discovery pages from prison. The judge says that there's going to be no laptop in his cell, but there will be a compromise, saying that he can review evidence in a conference room with a law clerk, a paralegal, or an attorney representative.
The idea of bringing him in here chained up, the idea of not letting him have access to a laptop, the idea of opposing everything we're trying to do to expedite this process. I understand it's Mr. Waters' job to legally prejudice the defendant, but this is beyond the pale. This is beyond the pale. I'd ask you to remind Mr. Waters that he has an ethical duty to see that justice is done, not to get a conviction. Thank you.
Mr. Harper knows
I don't.
And that is,
okay, we're not going to go there.
and I have no intent to prejudice anyone. Prejudice suggests a decision on an improper basis.
And the court doesn't take it that way, Mr. Waters.
And then we also had the debate on how Murdaugh will appear in court. His attorneys arguing that showing him in prison jumpsuit and the shackles on camera could be prejudice to potential jurors. Take a listen.
You have to be under a rock to not know about this case. So all that the defense wanted was him to be brought here to his pretrial conference wearing street clothes so that he's not shackled in a jumpsuit, which kind of permeates this sense of guilt. Yes, he's pled guilty to financial crimes. He's serving sentences. Right now, he's an innocent man on the murder case.
Now, the judge did not make a final ruling on that today, but it is clearly going to be remaining an issue on this case as we're continuing on over in those pretrials. One more thing, we did talk about how future pretrial hearings will be staying in Lexington County. The next pretrial hearing is scheduled for August 14th. Here's the bottom line. The judge wants this retrial moving forward. The defense is looking for more time, and that DNA testing could end up being one of the biggest storylines, especially in the months ahead. Continue to follow us right here on WLTX Plus as we are bringing you the latest up to date on these pretrial hearings.